Good evening to all you fellow TIs out there. This is MM, as you know, or TMM's TI strategy guy, or mischievous M. Okay. One of the things I wanted to go over as far as this target and stuff is concerned, it's one of my understanding is from one TI that actually informed me about this is what they like to do is they have the ability to actually disable chemical based cleaners, right? So I figured if they can do that, then it must be for a reason for this. Now, since this nanotech is most likely adapted with a fungus-based environment, meaning it survives within a toxified environment, meaning just as well as the water that we're drinking, it has a lot of unstable toxins in there. So there's that, as well as some of the food that we're eating, and it seems to have a very seems to have some connection with how should I say synthetics, but it can't really have that connection without the fungi. But the thing about the fungus is that even though they can cut off chemical based cleaners, there's a difference if you're using homemade cleaners. And I wanted to basically give just some ingredients people would use when it comes to doing day-to-day cleaning around the home. One of the things on the list is, well, obviously baking soda. The second one on the list is lemon juice. Third one's gonna be vinegar. The fourth one will be I think you can use Epsom salt as well. I am not certain. I think you can. I am just not certain though. But yeah, basically those are some of the very few compounds you can use to actually clean around the house. Baking soda being the best though. That's the baking soda. Vinegar is also a really good one, but the smell, you can actually mix that with like some citrus. I'd say if I had to take a guess, I would have to say like something as far as the lines of either citrus extract or even better, like orange peels. That's an even another good alternative because if anything, it's the best because that's all natural citrus extract right there because it's coming directly from the fruit itself, not from a concentrated compound, which could be laced with chemicals that you don't even know about. And another thing I wanted to also address is that I think I'm really am starting to get like feeling a lot more like myself, other because it seems like they're having much more hard time to control me with these weapons. Not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying that I'm finding myself with more of a reprieve. One thing I want to warn people about. I'm about to post a video soon on this channel, and I want you to see the behavior of this what this woman is doing. Um, I don't go to fast food places anymore, and this video will actually show you as to why I don't. Honestly, here's the thing: from what I've witnessed and what I was told, and this is what I was told is that they laced nano along certain surfaces, right? Now I've witnessed this twice. I've witnessed a person doing this twice on a doorknob, and it was in the second time was at a store. They wiped this nano on their excuse me. They wiped this nano stuff on their bare hands. No gloves, nothing like that needed. They wiped the stuff on their bare hands. You want to know why? Because if they use something else to wipe it on there, it would look suspicious. So whatever when they do this, they have something, a cure or something along with them hidden somewhere when they're doing this. Now I noticed that at the same time that they were using this stuff, they also seem to have what I like to call it was a bug truck. Like out here, I can't recall the name of that darn place. Whatever. It was a Terminix truck. It was a Terminix truck, but it had no plates on it. And it was in the middle of the night and it was just parked out there randomly. So I think they're transporting this stuff through bug extermination companies. And people don't know about it. Like it's either it's either the bug companies themselves don't know about this or They're hiring people who work for the company itself to transport and to expose people with this. Meaning the people who hire these people, to spray down the houses and stuff, they don't know. They may or they may not know. I don't know. I'm not even certain. But definitely as far as things are concerned, like for the situations, they have gotten a lot desperate. But you see, here's one thing. Now, I could have easily engaged into a lot of the tactics that they've used to use it against them, and I went ahead and just went ahead and actually exposed as to just a few of them today. And I thought to myself, maybe should I should I just go ahead and just use it? And I was like, no, might as well just go ahead and just allow them to know this how much I actually know. And what I did was and wow, I am being hit right now. What I simply did was I simply told them because if you didn't realize, right, they that one of their strategies is that like they will talk mad shit about you, but then they as soon as you like question them about it, right, and you try to get a conversation going, they will start to walk off as if like nothing happened. And if you follow them, they're gonna play that victim mentality card on you. But here's the thing: if they use you got to pay attention to keywords being said around you, right? If they say a term such as everyone, that implies everyone within the vicinity, including yourself. So that is an invitation to make that your business. So you can walk up saying, well, you say everybody knows this. So I mean, like, well, what does everybody know? I mean, I'm not aware, and I'm included in everybody since I'm in the, within the vicinity. I'm in with the proximity of you stating this subject, so I must be included, right? Um, but yeah, man, like that, you got to really, really learn how to read between these words that they use because this stuff opens the door to for you to inject yourself into the conversation, for you to actually get in some cases for people who really know how to manipulate the situation to their favor, such as you've heard and seen me do it plenty of times as far as my other videos concerned. But when you know how to do that, they especially if you have an audio recorder and you know the law, they are not really. It's a whole nother situation. You see, they are confident, but they get scary as hell when it comes to that. They do, they really do, and they won't. Let me tell you something. They will not talk. They will not say a word. They will just say silent. They will shake their head yes or no. I've seen this plenty of times. Um, this isn't just anywhere. This is like several locations that this happened, and at the same time that this happens, like they end up discrediting themselves in public, as they were trying to how should I say project this whole image of me out there onto the general public. They do this several times. I noticed something around my job. Like a lot of the people who used to work there are gone, and what I think it was is that they were trying to recruit them, but what happened was it's either they quit, that job and they went ahead and did gang stalking full time, or what it was is because I've seen this happen before, and it was one of these dudes that I talked to before they worked at the local GameStop place, and I was telling him that I was being stalked. He was a new worker there, and he was gone like the next fucking day. I mean, like not even just the next day, but just with the next time I went up there, I just didn't see the guy anymore. It was him. Then before him, it was a female working up there. Um, I had a conversation with her. I think the conversation was aiming towards the friendly side, and if one thing I've realized is that if a girl ever like likes me or whatever, if she like really really likes me, they will not have her nowhere near me. They are not gonna have that. This happened twice, and the reason why I know this is because there was a woman at my job. They're going like, "Do you like him?" And I'm like, this dude said it so loud I couldn't help but to overhear this, right? And she was going like, "No, no, 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 no," right? She's gone. Literally within three to 4 days after that confrontation, she was gone. I don't know what happened. I think they got her fired. I think that's what they do. Um, and what is I've seen a lot of that happening though, because it's like they don't they as far as moving around too, they want you, the reason why they want you to do that is because it puts you around strangers and they can flip the script on the situation, right? So when it comes right down to it, people who aren't used to seeing you, they see you as a complete stranger. But people who they are used to being around, they're gonna like, oh well, you see that person over there? I'm just gonna warn you about that person. Now you see, they're gonna have those new people who you're around now. They're not gonna know you that well, so they're gonna go, obviously choose the side of the person who they're most comfortable with, which is the person who they knew before you. That's gonna happen. So that's why they want you to move around. They don't want you to stay put. They don't want you to stand your ground. They don't want you to do that. They want you to isolate yourself around a bunch of strangers. Now, for my family, I plan on actually leaving a message for them. Now, it's going to be by their choice whether they want to see what this program is actually doing to people or not, and actually methods, to help themselves. As I've been putting on the guide channel to help a lot of people out when it comes to this weapon and the way this stuff works and stuff. It's crazy, but yeah. Um, I am just so freaking grateful to the Most High that I did not settle down and have kids and got married. I am so grateful for that, and it's not for selfish reasons. If some people may think it's because, and I'll say it again, it's because I would not want to birth kids in a society like this. I would not. Um, Not with mind manipulation going on, not with any of these weapons out there, none of that. With the fact that a kid's freaking life can just be altered like that, you don't then they don't even have a say so in it. It's like they just get hypnotized. They'll just get put under hypnosis without consent, without any warning at all. They don't even know it. It ain't no telling what they're gonna end up doing when they grow up. They could become a freaking murderer, a pervert, a freaking anything, man. A juvenile, a criminal, anything, like anything. You don't even know, and it's like they were influenced into this kind of mindset by a foreign entity, a foreign person who had no place and no obligation at all to enter this person's individual's life whatsoever. All of us are included in this situation. So understand, when it comes to the Most High, forgiveness is there, but you got to be willing to seek it. Um, when it comes to sinning, ask for forgiveness. But the fact of you trying to not sin is all that counts. The fact that you always apologize is what counts. And you can't just live in a life of constant sin, because that's just not how it's going to work. That's what these gang stalkers are doing. And honestly, I wanted to reference some more Ti's channels on the guide channel, but I want people to let me know if whoever wants to, a reference to the channel, I'll put it on there. That way, other people who are on there will see it. They'll be able to connect with you, and you'll have more and more people to connect with as well. I'm gonna do I need to go ahead and continue on with that collaboration video that I was planning on doing. And what it was basically like a bunch. What I want, it's gonna take a while to finish this. I am not joking. It's gonna be a long list of TIs within a single state of a single state, right? This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to locate all TIs within one state. That will be the first. That'll be the second collaboration video. The first one I've already did, but that was kind of like more of an announcement thing, pretty much. But basically, that's what this collaboration project that I wanted to work on is basically work on finding as many TIs within a single state. It doesn't even have to be in the one that I'm in. It can be anyone at random. And then I'll have if they have channels, I will leave them in the listings up there. I will let them know about that too. That way they'll be able to check that out for themselves and see all the other people who are within the exact same state as them. This is why I wanted people to basically do a video with the title saying Chief Handler in it, right? Now, it's pretty apparent a lot of us seen what this bastard is doing. Now, I could be wrong about this, but I get the very good feeling this guy's in the UK. And I'm only saying that based off of the way this guy speaks through his text, the way his attitude is with the situation. And I've been around a lot of Ukrainians before, and it just seems too too similar. I could be wrong, so I'm not. I'm gonna acknowledge that part, and